Alright, so I got that one in there. Let me show you here real quick. See how that goes? So focus, focus. Kind of focus on everything else but what it needs to be focusing on. Yeah, see how that goes in there? And you see the two go underneath, so you can understand. It's pretty explanatory how that goes. Now the other one will be over there. But these are the same, so you don't have to worry about them getting the wrong ring in the wrong spot. Okay, here we go. We're back on here. Got that slipped in there. And get that into that little, there we go, slipped right in there. Now what I need to do, put one of these little, these are the new ones, clips in there. I should have done it before I put it on there, huh? At least put the one in there, you know. I don't have to mess with it later. Let's get those clips in there. There we go. Push it in there, make sure it's pushed in there. And if you got to get a magnifying glass or whatever because it's so small or whatever, some cheaters on, do it to make sure that it's well set in there. I had a time when I messed up. I didn't check it. It was on a Yamaha I was working on. I didn't make sure that that was set in there. And guess what happened? Yeah, that this little spring came out and just did havoc to the rings, the piston, the cylinder. So ever since then, what they say, learn from your mistakes, right? I try to make sure that thing is well in there and look at it before, you know, I just took, oh, it's in there. Well, come to find out, no, it wasn't. So I want to make sure, I want to see that it's well seated in there. See, like that one's not. I don't know if you can see it. That one's not well seated in there, so you hear it. Hear it click? Now you can see that it's well seated in there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but just make sure that it is well put in there and it's seated properly. Don't do what I did. Okay, that's just got a little junk on it. These seals do look good. Just have some silicone on that. Alright, now we're about ready to put this thing back together. First of all, what I'm going to do is take this over on the wire wheel, and I'm going to clean all this gunk off of here, all this silicone, before I put that back on there, and I'll come back. Alright, well, I'm back. I got her cleaned up. She's ready to go back together. Now what I put it together with is this. Just buy it at your hardware store, black silicone, 100% silicone. I've used this on many things. Oh, so many different things. All the time on Reddit. And I've never had an issue. Because more or less is what you're getting when you go get that blue stuff, the black stuff from the auto parts store. Same thing. So, I've had good results. So, you can do it, you can try it if you want, at your own risk, but I wanted to show you that to people that it makes it so much nicer, and cheaper too. You know, it's expensive to buy that stuff. What you buy this tube for, it'll last you 2 or 3 times longer than you buy that little squeeze tube at the my brain's gone, at the auto parts store. Alright, I'm going to stand this on end. I'll probably need to do this in a vise, but because it's important that these things go in where they go. These have got to be where they got to be, or it's going to mess stuff up. So, first of all, I'm going to oil this. I just use some WD-40, just some oil, I like just having it all oiled up for that first start. Get it oiled. And it helps it go in a lot easier. Putting the piston in and all that. And that first startup, you don't want to, you want to have it enough oil on it so it'll don't mess up, or start wearing off the bat bed, Okay. Now to put this puppy in here, gotta make sure these things are in there. So important. And a piston, remember that, goes toward the exhaust. The arrow on the piston. So, let's see what we can do here. Alright, well, just going to work at it there. I'll tell you if I find a good technique. Okay, I just worked with it there with a screwdriver to get it up in there as I went up here. But here's how you can check to make sure that those little things did right. You can push it up. See? See that right there? See, it's right in there. It's right where it needs to be. Now, you can turn this one back and see. You can look right there and see that, yes, it's in that little groove. So you just kind of just work it in there a little bit at a time, putting her in there to get her in into the location you want it. And of course I'm going to move this up, get some get all the bearings to the point where they need to be. And then I'm going to put I'm just going to put a little oil down in there for those. Okay, so this, make sure these are out here where they go. You'll see the little lip in there. There's a little lip in there. Make sure these are on the outside where they're supposed to go. And remember that this is supposed to be away from the intake. This points toward the exhaust because this is where the bar holds on, remember? Yeah, so it'll be this way. Now, before we do that, we gotta make sure I wipe off all my oil here. We're going to silicone this together and try to keep it from falling. So what you do is, see it's got a groove in it. So what you want to do, there's some wiping right there. You just put a little bit. I had to cut this thing off because it dried up on me a couple times, so I generally don't like it that big. We're going to just maneuver this around a little bit. I don't want too much. I don't want it squeezing into there and getting into get too much. I look like I almost got too much, but it's trying to squeeze it away, pull it away so it's not, so much that's going to get on the stuff. And I think I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit on this. Because I got extra here I want to get off of there. So I'm just going to put it around. No extra assurance. Like that. Okay. Alright. Now, as I said, this goes away from the carburetor, goes toward the front to the exhaust. It goes from the exhaust. And that just goes on there just like that. There it is. Alright. Now, oops. I got some cleaning to do. I'm going to make sure this long tube is out here, where it goes out to the saw. This is for the other side. Okay, so I got some cleaning to do and I'll come back. Okay, now I didn't clean it up that good because I don't have the proper thing to do it, so I just blew it out. Let's get this thing back together. It's going to run the same, clean or not clean, so I got to get her back together here. So, put this down in here. Just have to work with it there. Oops. Try to keep the bottom on at the same time. There we go. Get her all back set in her place. Okay. So this can help hold it. So I might want to be able to move it around a little bit there. I'm not too sure. So let's get this underneath here. Start it up in there. I had another one here ready to go too, didn't I? Here it is. That's the other one. Oops. Ready to go up in there. Pull this off of here, put my number 10 in. Get zipping these up in there. Okay. Okay, that one's not going at all. There we go. Now they're going. Put these all back in here. There we go. Now where's my other one? Yeah, I'll find the other one. You guys on this and watch me. Now, I'm sure there's a torque specs for this. But, you know, I'm just putting her in there. I know people screaming at me, you gotta do a torque it, you gotta torque it. The right torque specs. Yeah, you probably do. I'm a mess. I ain't gonna do it. Alright. Now, that being said, this is, you can see it there, this is the oil pickup, and it comes out to here. It seems in pretty good shape. Now, I saw oil coming out of it, so I don't really worry about it too much, about it being an issue. So I ain't going to worry about it right now. I can always change that later if it's an issue. It's not that big of a deal. Change it. So I think it's fine. We're going to go with it. So right now, I'm going to there we go. We're going to put this oil pump in. The oil pump. I don't know if you can see that or not. Hopefully you can. Yeah. So it goes down. This is where the oil comes up. The little tube is right there. So push that onto there. There. Good fit. So it feels good. It don't feel like it's messed up. And then we need to put a couple these little bolts in there to hold that on. One on each side here. There. There we go. this needs to be down here. Oh, we're good. I don't know if I did that right or not. I don't know. I don't think I put that in there right, people. Yeah, I think I messed that up. I'm going to have to pull it back out. I got to, I think this thing's got to go in here. Of course, set it down in there. Pull the screws back out. Let's pull this thing back out here. I'm going to try to leave it hooked up, which is not going to work. Can't do that. Let's pull it back off. Completely back off. Okay, come on. Now, this has got to be in the place. Okay. Okay, let me pause. I'm going to put some grease on. Okay, first of all, I forgot to grab this off there. This slips down in here and goes to the thing. Now, it probably needs that little O-ring replaced. It don't seem to want to, it seems a little too loose for my taste. So I'm going to have to fix that. But this here has got to pop down in there. It snaps down in there. I put a little grease on there. I don't know if it needs it or not, but I did. So let me see if I can find an O-ring for that and I'll be back. Okay, here I'm putting the ground wires in. Crude ground wires. Keep stuff grounded there. So. Make sure it's tight. It's like a soft tapper almost. Now it tightens up. Still working on it. There it is. Make sure she's tight. If not, you're going to have problems. Alright. Now, it's time to start putting this boot. I think I'm going to seal it up. I'm going to clean it up real good. I'm going to silicone it and put it on there and hope for the best. Now, if for some reason it don't work, I can always pull it back off. It's not that hard to get to, and I'll have to put a new one in it. But right now, I just got to get this thing back going again. So, ideal would be to replace it, but I think it'll still seal. I think I can get it to work. So, that's what I'm going to be working on. I'm going to clean this up, and then I'll bring you back on. Okay, I put a little silicone on that and put that thing back in there. I don't think it's going to be an issue because it really wasn't a problem before. I couldn't tell. I mean, maybe it was, but I couldn't tell. So this time I'll make sure it's not going to be a problem. Alright, now we're going to put this, get this all back in here where it goes. It's plastic. This thing's in the wrong spot. This is the breather. Let's get that all back where it goes. And that's these small ones. Big threaded. here, goes up here. And then we have another one that goes here. Okay, maybe not. It probably goes in there. That probably not goes in there. Okay. Now, put all this stuff back here. This goes up to the spark. I'm going over here and you guys can't see. So put that in there. Got this going up right up here where it needs to be. You see where the place where it goes for the spark plug. Oh, now I gotta put on this here. This is the breather. I should have put that on already. No, I have to get it. Okay. This is to bring the pressure to pulsate for to run the pump, to pump the gas up for the carburetor. That's it. And this is where it pulls the gas out of here. Alright, now we got that on, and I'm going to start trying to weed this in here. Weed it all back in here where it's supposed to go. We can remember that, right? I know these two went up into here. And then got that grommet, that rubber grommet that goes in there. There, it popped it in there. Then I need to pop. This one comes down below, so that don't have to go in, but this one has to go in here. Let's pull this a little closer. A lot of stuff to come together here. And then you got to get that vacuum. Go into there. The best way is to grab it with some pair of pliers. Easy. Okay, so now I got that pulled through there. Now we got to push this through. This is the, for the carburetor and all that good stuff. So you just got to weed through there. I'm going to pause you here and get that through. Okay, that took a little bit to get that thing through there. But now you got to put this little ring in there. That helps hold it out. Keep it sealed up. So put that little ring in there. Go between those two, like that. That'll help hold that in there. And then got the oil, the gas that come up in here. This is it right there. And let's pull this out here. And you got to shove these out of the way. I remember where it goes. Yeah, over here. I remember where the camera. Where exactly it goes. I got this popped into here. That goes on that. You'll see it back there where it goes. There's only one spot for it to go. It's not hard to see. So I'm going to pause and be back with you. About that last thing, my battery is going dead, so I'm going to have to get another battery in here. But it just goes right, I don't know if you can see it down in there. See it right there? It goes right there. That's where that goes. And then this, remember how I just pulled it right out of here. It goes right there. So I'm going to work on getting those all fished through there and proper. And then I'll bring you back on when I start. It's more or less putting everything back to almost the way it came, but I'll try to show you some of it as I go. I'll see if I can get a new battery or plug this thing in. Alright, so I'm putting it back on here. You gotta maneuver these little boots into here for the different carburetor adjusters. Okay, that's all in there. Got that slipped on there, so that shuts it off. Shut. Okay, now you got this little carburetor. Remember this thing? This is the gas. Clips in there, and it clips in here. Just clips right down there. How that's supposed to act there, but alright, that goes in there. Then we'll get the two little nuts that go on here to hold this on. So like I said, remember those were number 12, number 8, number 8, and we'll pause it here again. Okay, here I'm putting the muffler back on, and show you how these go in there. They're pretty explanatory when you look at them. You see that these little blocks go into their locations, just like that. Okay, supposed to go into locations. Of course, sometimes there's always something that wants to fight you. Always going to be something to fight you. Don't think you're getting out easy. And then there's something wrong. You forgot something. Alright, now we got, there's this spark arrestor. Got all my little pieces here, and you got this. That is the gasket. So it's pretty explanatory how this goes on there. Put it all wrong, it ain't gonna work. Okay. So push that onto there. You get your muffler. Just put them in the holes. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. I know you can't see it, but if you're doing it, you'll be able to see it. And that goes on there. Slide it in. Like that. And you got your spark arrestor here. With your screen, that's more or less a spark arrestor. And there goes my compressor. Perfect timing, right? I'm going to keep going here. Pretty explanatory. I'll just put that on there. Put your washer, put the nuts on, tighten it up. Here we are putting this on. Look again, it's very explanatory. You know how you took it off. Put it on. Tighten the nut down. That's it. Okay, I'll put this on. Just like that. That's about all you want. Not too much. And you put this on. And when you put this on, you got to make sure you turn this until you find that. Oop, popped out there. Make sure that's on there too. So let's get a. There it is. When we get it to that oil pump, make sure it's on that. Finds that. And it is. There's a little ring. This little ring that's down in there grabs a hold on the side of here. Grabs on there's a little notch in this, and that grabs on it, and that's what turns the oil pump. So we want to make sure that's in there. Push this down. And if it's down correctly, then you should be able to slip this on, which I don't know what that is, and I'm going to have to turn this backwards and kind of tap it down in there. Oops. Make sure it's on there all the way. Don't think, no, it still ain't wanting to cooperate with me. So if that's the case, there it is, I gotta push the ass going now. Push that down, hold it down there. And then pop this in here. Use a screwdriver, pop it in there, make sure it's in there good. There you go. Now that needs to be tightened up, so loosen that up. Shutting up. And now we'll have this to go back on. We'll have a couple there to go into that. And I'll show you what I got her, how she runs. Alright, well, got her all back together, put some gas in her. Let's see if she's going to start. We're going to take a bit, get the gas up there. Oh, nice compression. There it is. Got her all done. Oh dear. All complete. Running good. I hope the oil coming out. I'll double check that. But there you go. This is a big bore kit for this saw 029. So it makes it have a little more power. But as always, make sure you warm these up real good before you go winding them out. Or else you're going to end up with what I had here. Bad piston probably. And make sure it's got plenty of oil. If you don't use Stihl oil, use more oil than they call for. Well, I hope this helps everybody. And subscribe, push the bell, notifications. Sorry for the mess ups and all that. And I hope this helps somebody. Everybody, take care and have a good day.